At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome for another episode of Vibra Live. My name's Adam. If you don't already know, we are here Monday morning. Crypto markets have been on a little bit of fire lately. Had some nice green candles the last couple of weeks. Hopefully we get this little EMA cross with Bitcoin and have a little pump up to near 30K. I'd love to see that. I know a lot of people are bearish, but I like to be a perma bull. But if you don't follow us on Twitter already, Vibra Finance, I'm starting to tweet more often. Promise I'll be doing that. Starting to tweet more often daily. I just wasn't big with the social media, but now I realize you got to stick with it. You got to stay consistent, or else you just fall right out of the algorithm. So Vibra Finance on Twitter. If you don't follow us. Also, if you're interested in our planner that Lindsay's been crushing it with, download right now, vibrafinance.com. It is free. It will be up here for about another week or two until we have about 100 people ready to leave some positive reviews on Amazon. That's the whole goal, is you to download it for free. Give us your honest feedback, good or bad, so we can tweak it, make changes, any way to make it better, more efficient, and then want to really hit Amazon and try to get 100 reviews, boost the algorithm, and let's onboard the world into crypto. Really, I'm going to shout out to X-Ray Vision and Rags with their seminars. I saw what he did. His presentation at NC State was awesome, and that's what we need. It's a combination of, it's seminars in person, the right education online, having the right onboarding tools, so all of these things together can complement each other. So I'm really excited for the future, and also excited to see Hex on Coin Paprika, where it belongs, in the top 10. Forever we've been shadow banned still to this day on CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap. But it's nice to see that at least a couple sites, Nomics, Coin Paprika, are telling the truth and putting us where we belong with the big boys in the top 10. Market cap of almost $11.5 billion. So love it. Loving it. Let's see. Crypto total market cap 1.1 trillion. That's kind of where I look at that $1 trillion level. It seems to be, if it was a huge resistance point, and hopefully we can flip that million and then kind of bounce up from there. It seems to be every time we got to the million, we'd bounce, or trillion, we'd bounce back. But flip it into support. Sorry, little early Monday morning. Shake off the cobwebs. Check out the bubbles here. A couple green bubbles. The graph. Magic. That's one I've heard about. Magic money, never got into. FX frac shares, never got into. Render, took profits at like $1.70. Wish I held on to it, but hey, when coins pump like that, you got to take profits, right? I bought it in like November, down at rock bottom, and I bought on Gemini. Just bought $50 worth every week. Bought like $150 worth, and what do you know? Turned into almost 800 a couple months later. That's how you do it. Buy, hodl, and then sell the green candles. Let's check out our boy. Shout out Rags, Luna. Look at that. See, Luna Classic. Finally, I'm making money on it. I sold my car and took out a second mortgage to put a long in. And when Rags told me to, my other ones I'm wrecked. I put my positions in. I got liquidated before I could even hit submit. But at least this last one's looking good this last month. But into the news. So this headline was awesome. Institutional traders shifting attention from blockchain to AI, says JP Morgan. But nearly 3 out of 4 institutional traders have no plans to trade crypto. Interesting. JP Morgan coming out saying 72% of traders have no plans to trade crypto or digital coins, with 14% predicting they plan to trade within 5 years. So where's all this volume coming from then? Is it just retail driving these prices? I don't know. But it's really, really interesting to see the headlines coming out that the prospects for the leading crypto exchange, Coinbase, last month, saying the upcoming Shanghai ETH update could usher in a new era of staking for the firm. This report was the latest of several studies and reports that JP Morgan has released in the last month relating to crypto. Last week, the firm predicted significant challenges for Bitcoin and Ethereum and noted that Solana, Terra, and tokens were gaining traction in the world of DeFi, which was interesting. How is Terra gaining traction? It's dead. Solana, I understand Solana gaining traction. They still have a lot of developers with NFTs. They're still building. FTX really crippled them. But to put Terra in here, it's really comical to me. So this makes me more bullish, seeing that institutional traders just shifting from blockchain to AI. That's going to be a narrative moving forward. What's up, Mobius? What, Piper? How's it going? Good morning. Good morning. Appreciate it, Mobius. So yeah, AI, that's going to be a narrative moving forward. We're starting to see it already with Singularity Net, with FETCH.Ai. Those were 2 coins that I owned prior to this little pump. And I just FOMO'd into Vectorspace last night. I was looking at the market caps of Fetch, Singularity Net. They're creeping up to $400 or $500 million. And Vectorspace, I was looking at, the market cap's only 35 million. So the upside for this coin, I think, is tremendous. So I bought a position last night. It was like 89 cents ish, something like that. 88 cents. But we'll see. Did I buy a pump? Maybe. We'll see. Maybe it was like 84 cents. Regardless, it's up like 10 cents. What's up? Lindsay the Hexican, you're a legend. Go download her book right here on vibrafinance.com. Download a free copy. It will be $20 in the future. We just want to get feedback and get you guys honest feedback and see if this is something that can help onboard people into crypto. It's so hard getting people to take that next step. They hear so many horror stories. They don't have time. We've heard it all. But this workbook, you can hand it to someone and they can take their time, go through it at their own speed, own pace, and come back with crypto on a ledger. So download that. Another interesting article here, Chainlink Oracle data feeds coming to StarkNet ecosystem. Starkware set to partner with Chainlink Labs to integrate Oracle services and data feeds. This is big. Another Chainlink, just another blue chip coin that's going to be here, I think, in my opinion, for a long time. Hit almost $50 last bull run, and I think Chainlink it's undervalued right now. I don't know why it hasn't pumped, but it's a position I hold in my IRA, in my long-term bag. And I really like Chainlink just because all of the partners that they have already. In this coalition, we'll see Starkware joining Chainlink's scale program and bring price feeds to Starknet's testnet. The tokens will also fund certain operating costs for Chainlink Oracle nodes, giving developers access to Chainlink's Oracle services and data feeds. just seeing this stuff, this is real life adoption happening in front of our faces. So the main benefit of this is any application or startup can integrate with Chainlink price feeds and know it will be accurate and have some peace of mind when they're building their product. So a statement from the founder of Chainlink highlighted the partnership's potential for operating at high speeds and low cost for StarkNet. And by reducing operating costs in Oracle nodes, StarkNet's able to accelerate its ecosystem's growth and become a more attractive environment for building scalable dApps in a Web3 ecosystem. So they're currently right now, they have what is the StarkCon, I believe, is going on in the Middle East. Where was it? I don't shit. Sorry guys, I had it pulled up before, but I know that they have a conference going on right now, and they're talking about all this stuff. And it's just interesting being a part of it, watching it happen in your face. And then this was a great article too, saying that how stable coins are going to lead to the growth of DeFi, and it's so true. Right now you see the fight with USDC, with Tether, with CBDCs, with digital dollars being piloted. They're all battling each other for control. And there's several entities that are battling for this. And to see DeFi thriving, that's what we want to see. We don't want to see centralization. And this is more about building the payment layer than the whole DeFi loop. It starts too close because you have a way to exchange value easily. Kujalov also noted that pushing the innovation curve further can break more adoption. When asked about onboarding regular people who may not be tech savvy into DeFi, he noted that stablecoins and payments could play an important role. Building the payment layer, which involves stablecoins, but can potentially hook regular people into the space, eventually introducing them to DeFi. And that's the same principle we use for our workbook. Is you start simple with Bitcoin or Ethereum, getting it onto your ledger, syncing up ledger through your MetaMask, so you have that extra layer of protection. And then when you're ready, using Atomic Wallet, where you hold your own keys, swapping inside there, or just swapping inside MetaMask, paying the extra fee, but knowing you're not clicking any bad links, connecting to any bad dApps. So safety is always comes first. And this too is a great point that they're talking about. The current issue is there's not enough value in the ecosystem, that you just have less backing in decentralized stable coins compared with centralized. That's where the problem lies at the moment. And that's where when the money, big institutional money, floods into the market, it's going to stabilize everything. And these issues that are existing right now are going to be a thing of the past. He says it great here. DeFi will be around for quite a long time because it solves one of the first problems that blockchain has been solving. And it's an infrastructure that's going to be used in many applications. And that's extremely true. And this was basically a meme that I just thought was hilarious. A cannabis themed metaverse. I just don't understand how that's physically possible. I mean, you go into the metaverse and you see your friends' avatars that are vaping in the avatar world. I thought that was just hilarious. Instead of just, hanging out, going to a cafe, whatever, you're going to be more antisocial and jump in the cannabis themed metaverse. I'm good, but this was an interesting article about Aptos, and I've been talking about it the last maybe month or so. Aptos and Radix. I missed the Aptos pump. I was looking at it at $3-4. Didn't get into it, but that's all right. You can't catch them all. Pokemon, you can. Right behind me, you can try to catch them all. But what is Aptos? Would it fall out of the top 100? So Aptos pumped like crazy, and then Radix, and then Sui is the test net that I am using right now, trying to get free airdrops, hopefully. So hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. So the Sui Discord. Let's see if I can pull this up. Here we go. You get into the Discord right here, and it's super easy. You can find it on the Twitter. I think it's just SUI, and then all you do is just get into the Discord, and then they have the faucets here, the DevNet and the testnet. You just come in here, put faucet, and then you have to download Google Chrome, and it's the SUI wallet. So here it is right here, and it's the SUI the SUI testnet. So you log in, and I currently have 3.2 SUI. So I staked some. I came in here, I did an unstake, and then they have NFTs. If you come into the App Store, you go to the NFT market, you can breed them by doing this. You choose 2 of them, and then you hit the plus button to breed them, and then you approve it. So I'm just trying to do all kinds of transactions just using the test net, because 20% of these coins are going to early adopters, early supporters. They're not specific on who's going to get them, but I'm just trying to do as much as I can with the NFTs, buying, selling them. I listed a couple, just trying to use the test net, and these airdrops can be so valuable. So that's one that I'm keeping an eye out for. So you can download that, the SUI wallet, inside Google, inside the whatever you call these, the little links here, the plugins right here. I have Aurochs wallet too, and then you have SUI. It's the extensions. Yeah, you go in there, get SUI wallet, write your words down, and then come to the Discord. Once you get your wallet, you have your little address up here. You just copy it right here, come into the Discord, type faucet, and then paste it. Actually, you can only do it every half an hour, so I did it 25 minutes ago. So I have to wait another 5 minutes, and then you get some more coins. But I don't know how it's going to work. Maybe whatever coins you have in the test net are going to transfer over to real coins, or however many NFTs you have will be 100 coins. I don't know. So I'm just trying to do as much as I can, because I see the value in Aptos and Radix, right? Even had a nice little pump, and SUI is competition to them. So Aptos, SUI, and Radix are the 3 that are fighting for this niche of the market. And Aptos has already pumped like crazy. And I know Ivan on Tech uses Radix for his app that he has there that searches altcoins and stuff. So when he's using Radix and saying it works, that's stuff that I take into consideration. And this article, I want to bring to your attention for 2 things, because one, the Aptos, SUI, Radix, they're phenomenal coins. I believe Aptos already pumped 500%, but the South Korea narrative in Asia, that's driving all these pumps. The pumps from Render, the pumps from Singularity Net. If you go and you look at where they're being traded, all the stuff on KuCoin, when you see that volume on KuCoin is massive, that's can be a trend of what coins are going to pump next. So looking at the highest 24-hour volume, like Veracity, that's one that we've been talking about for a while on this channel. I have mine staked in the Veracity wallet, getting 18% right now. And it's been pumping like crazy on and off the last month. Just been nothing but up. And, if you look at where the pumps are originating from, it's Asia. So what other coins are here? Phantom, Shiba Inu, there's Singularity Net, Solana, Polygon, Aptos, Render. So you can see all the altcoins that have been pumping are the ones that are on KuCoin's volume list. So that's something that I've been really looking at is, okay, I like the coin. Let's check out the volume on KuCoin. I don't know why, but the most degens in the world right now seem to be over in Asia. So why not follow the trend and try to see what's going on? And by doing that and looking at the volume on KuCoin, it's kind of giving you a hint at what alts are being traded over there. And look, the graph too, another big win in the last 24 hours. So I don't know if this is going to keep holding true, but it's something that I personally use to kind of judge the market and see what's going on. So back to the news. So yeah, Aptos, get on the SUI network and testnet and just use it. You never know. That's how you get free airdrops. And one of the most valuable airdrops I had to this day was Ampleforth. And that was a coin that I bought and I hated it. I didn't realize it was a basket. And I think I bought $50 of it back in 2020 of Ampleforth. And I hated how it moved. I did not understand it. It just tanked, and I got out like a week later. Literally bought $50 worth and then sold it. And one shout out Molly Mel found out that they were doing an airdrop like a year later, and the governance token came out, and I got like 100 of them, and it was worth like $54 or something like that when it came out. And I dumped them all, and got almost $5. I swapped it for Hex, and I think I got at the top, it was $75,000 worth of Hex. So, just a $50 buy and sell on Uniswap led me to $75,000 of Hex at the top. And that's exactly the same thing with this SUI testnet. You never know. If just by using this testnet and getting on here and qualifying for the airdrop, how big it can be. This is crypto. Things get crazy. And that's where opportunity lies, being in places where other people aren't. How many people are telling you to use the SUI testnet right now versus when Pulse Chain, when testnet, that's great. When that stuff launches, I can't wait. But until I hear, oh yeah, it's coming soon, I want to be looking into other stuff. I want to know that whatever is being traded in Asia seems to be funneling west and pumping those altcoins. So front running that and looking at KuCoin's highest traded volumes will give you an idea for what alts might pump next. So also South Korea, they are issuing guidelines for regulating security tokens. So legislation coming out in Korea, that's going to also let this market fly once there's laws in place. And if you just read through this, it actually isn't bad at all. They're saying that stable coins aren't going to fall under the definition of securities, and digital assets that have no issuer and do not fulfill the obligations commensurate with the investor's rights will also likely fall out of the scope of security tokens. On the other hand, digital assets corresponding to securities must be issued and distributed in compliance with all securities regulations. The planned rules are going into effect the first half of 2023, and they'll promote institutionalization by submitting amendments to the act. So this is just bullish for crypto in general. We need laws, and this is hilarious too. The UK financial regulator warns jail time for crypto firms if you put unauthorized ads in billboards. And this is actually good, I believe. This will help weed out all of the crap. You can't just pay a bunch of money and have someone advertise billboards of like meme coins, rug pulls, ETH maxes, Doge, Elon Mars, all these coins that I think are just, being shilled to people that don't know. This is good. You're not going to be able to do that anymore. So only the stuff that has real value behind it, I think, will be advertised. And these rules were proposed last year, and last week the Treasury said that crypto companies registered for money laundering purposes and not just fully authorized traditional financial firms will be allowed to approve new campaigns. So interesting that if you think you're going to advertise in the UK some kind of junk, think twice, and you might be and don't drop your soap. I think this article was hilarious because how many times did India ban crypto from 2018 2019, all you heard was India was banning crypto. India was banning crypto. And what do you know now? India is planning to introduce measures around crypto this year, according to its economic affairs secretary. Its finance minister says cryptocurrency regulation will be discussed in upcoming G20 meetings with finance ministers and central bank governors. So what do you know? They went from banning it. In India, nobody is talking about using crypto as a currency. The risks are using it as a token. The Indian government has been working on crypto legislation for years. A draft of the bill was unveiled in 2019, but never taken up in Parliament. So it's interesting. The headlines are constantly bad. Constantly bad. The rest of the assets created outside that are very useful for financial technologies, even those have been discussed, because regulations cannot be done by one country singularly. It has to be a collective action, because technology doesn't brook any borders. And that's key. I think that's what the United States is waiting on. We want to see what these other countries do, want to see what laws work, what laws fail, and then we can kind of go from there. I think that's why it's taking so long. You can't just come out and shut this industry down. There's so much potential to it. There's so many different industries that can be upgraded, that can be, money can be saved. Just the inefficiencies that are in our current systems that crypto can solve. It's starting to be seen. And when banks, they don't, what's their option right now? Crypto is their way out of the hole. When you are in massive debt, what are we going to revalue the currency? Some kind of gold-backed currency. Well, the United States versus Russia, India, China, they've been buying astronomical amounts of gold. So I just don't see us losing crypto as a whole, letting this go elsewhere. We need it. We need the technology. We need the jobs. We need the boom that the .com era brought our country. We're pretty much screwed if we don't have, the next revolution. And what is it? The fourth industrial revolution happening in our country. And this was the last article here, is China doles out millions in digital yuan in bid to boost adoption. So what we see China and how hard they've been shilling their CBDCs and almost making it look like it's going to be a police state. We're going to use this. It's going to be tracked. If you have a baby and you go and buy soda versus water, you're getting penalized. All this crazy stuff we saw. And the funny thing is, this has been out for 2 years, and they've in total, they've crossed the 100 billion yuan mark, which is $14 billion. That's half of what Tether does in a day. So this is a huge volume, landmark volume that they crossed, but that's nothing. Tether is doing 30-something billion dollars in volume in a day. And in 2 years, they were barely able to do $14 billion. 32 billion one day, 14 billion 2 years. So this stuff is struggling like crazy, and they're going to have to make this some kind of an offer. And you're seeing it with the Belt and Tie Initiative, that China is starting to require these countries that they're building infrastructure in to use the digital yuan. And that, I think, is going to be a catalyst for using it with the central banks, with inflation, with them being mandated to use this. That'll kind of be a catalyst for the BRICS nations to either use the R5, Saudi Arabia joining, because we're no longer required to buy oil with $1. So much is changing. So getting out in front of this stuff is so important. You do not want to fall behind. And this guy, this Bulgarian businessman who lost $500,000 to a call center crypto fraud. So this guy from Bulgaria transferred over 1 million leva, $500,000, to scammers who suggested he could earn well from crypto assets, according to a report from the Bulgarian national broadcaster. He was persuaded by a fake consultant to send the amount to accounts at different banks from Europe to Hong Kong. No flags went off at all when this guy was wiring money around the world for a alleged crypto investment. He was initially contacted by a call center operated by the fraudsters offering high yields. The communication went on for a while, and they were able to convince him that he would triple his money in no time. I mean, geez, I have like $1 million, what is it, $8 million a Nigerian prince is going to give me. I just haven't given him the 10 grand he wants yet. But everybody has the jackpot waiting for him buried somewhere. The victim's details were most likely acquired from a platform he signed up to, says the head of cybercrime. I mean, it's everybody that I've dealt with in my life that has been worth millions, multiple millions of dollars is never doing this stuff themselves. They have their accountant, they have their financial advisor, somebody else is doing this for them. So the likelihood that this guy is out here doing this by himself and then nobody saw any red flags wiring money around the world, it's just, I don't know. This article, just something just seems fishy, and it just seems to go along with all the other nonsense you see from India and China both banning crypto to 2 years later. India is now introducing crypto laws. What do you know? So this whole world is an illusion. It's an inversion. It's look at this over here while we're doing something over here. And I don't know. I just don't see this. I don't think this was real. I think this is fake news, but hey, it could be real, and this guy could have got. We'll see. But yeah, what do you know? Just looking at these headlines are just so funny. JP Morgan, 72% of institutional traders surveyed have no plans to trade crypto. Well, do they have trade? What if all their plans were they bought like crazy and they're just hodling it? That's not a trade. So they're buying for the long term. So, what about that? It's just so funny how these articles and the FUD that comes out. You're in the right place when all the bags and stuff that you own are the coins that are pumping and you're not chasing them. So here's Radix and Aptos. So that's the Sui Radix Aptos Trinity right there. Radix back down to 5 cents. But I bought this a while ago, maybe a year or so ago, and I've been taking a beating on it, but I don't care. I'm gonna hold. I believe in the coin, and when you see a pump like that, and you have guys like Ivan on Tech that are actually using their product, I'm bullish on it. Render, shout out Paul Barron Network. That was all coin that I saw him on his sentiment tracker that he has on there, that the sentiment was starting to go up like crazy, and it started pumping. So that I bought that bag in November, literally right at the bottom, had my eye on it, and now I made a nice profit on it. The graph, I own that in my iTrust IRA. Synthetics is an altcoin I own. AGIX, we talked about that. FETCH.Ai, and then Vectorspace is the one that I just FOMO'd into last night. It's just because it's such a small market cap for these AI coins. It's on 92 cents. So, this I would look for a better entry point. I mean, it went parabolic, but, I got FOMO bad, and, I might get wrecked, but who knows? The thing I like about this is we're still 95% down from the all-time high. And you can't say that about Singularity Net or FETCH.Ai. They're both down, I think, 50% or so. So yeah, Fetch is 60% down from its all-time high. So, double up, you're almost there. And that with Vectorspace, the upside is just so much higher, and the market cap is 10 times smaller, that I'll take that downside risk for all that upside risk. But not financial advice. I got FOMO and bought a bag of this. Well, I sold Render, took profits on it, and put it into Vectorspace. So call it what you want. That's what I did. We'll see how it plays out. If Bitcoin, this was a healthy bounce, right? That we pumped like crazy. We want a nice little dip, and then see if we can hold 20K as support, and then move up towards 30. And if we can do that, move up towards 30 and just trade sideways, man, we might have a hell of an alt season, which we all deserve. So shout out Coin Paprika for putting Hex on the top 10 where we belong. Long time coming. One day Coin Market Crap and CoinGecko will have us up there, but Hex over 4 cents. Love it. I'm going to leave it off on that note. 4 cents, next 5 cents, then 10 cents, then moon, baby. Appreciate you guys' support. We will see you on the next one. See ya.
At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.